Welcome back. Another method we can use to debug our scripts is to trap a specific signal. Signals, they're basically messages that are sent to processes, telling them to take some specific action. For example, we can use exit or debug signals which trap to specify some action to be taken when a certain situation happens. Exit signal is generated when the script exits, either normally, when the script executes the last statement, or when there is exit or return statement in the script itself. So let's take a look at this. This is a bit new. So trap, and if we want to, let's say, type in echo listing variables, and then we shall say, for example, I don't know, m is equal to $m, n is equal to $n, and o is equal to $O. Close, and now we type in exit. Now, exit signal is generated when the script exits. Echo command specified in the trap will execute only when exit occurs. So only when the exit occurs, then this command within trap shall be executed. Therefore, we can go ahead and down below you make our variables. So n is equal to 2, o is equal to, 3, so 1, 2, 3, very simple things. And let's go ahead and use let sum equal $m plus n plus o plus o. There we go. Down below we shall type in echo the sum is, and then sum. So this will basically print the result. Output will be the sum is 6 once you add all of these together. Very simple. Let's go ahead and do this, and let's run the script and see what actually happens. So it says the sum is 6 and listing variables. M is equal to 1, N is equal to 2, O is equal to 3. So you see, this only happens when the exit occurs. So trap in this script will basically list variables that are used to calculate the sum. This is a good way of using the exit trap because it kind of lets you see the values of those variables. And you should also keep in mind that even if exit is not specified at the end of the script will exit when the last statement is executed anyway. So keep it in mind. Let's go ahead and take a look at the following example. And it's a bit long. I'm just going to go ahead and copy paste it in order to save a little bit of time here, as I do suffer from time limitations on these videos and it's kind of difficult to cut them. There we go. And here we are. Okay, so what are we doing here? What is this script all about? Well, first of all, we have defined two exit statuses. The first one, bad.arg65, that's the exit status if no parameters are passed to the script. The second one, no file, is the exit status if the file does not exist. Next up, immediately, we are using trap. And remember, trap will only occur when the exit occurs. So when it's done, then the trap will come at the end. So trap executes this particular command, echo, when exit signal is triggered, because there are no parameters passed to the script. So if there are no parameters that are passed to the script, we'll immediately go into trap, and this will be printed out onto the screen as we will exit. Now, down below, we shall check if if there is a parameter passed to the script. Basically, that's why we're using the if statement. And here you see it checks whether the argument is passed. Then we have then, and if the argument has not been passed, we will basically exit, and this will be our exit status finish. And then we have trap again at the end, which is basically just a dash, and this turns off the exit trap. So if this fails, this will occur. But if this does not fail, the exit trap will be turned off because we no longer want it. As we have stated here, echo no parameters. Obviously, if we have a parameter, this trap becomes useless, so we basically turn it off. Then we go immediately into the next section of the code, and we use another trap, which basically states, hey, you know, we cannot actually find this file, so if we cannot find this file and exit, please echo out this onto the screen. And then we have an if statement. We're looking for the file, and if that file exists, go ahead and remove it and echo the name of that file and then state that it is removed. Else, pass this particular exit status. And once again, if this works out the way we intended it to, if it does not, I mean, if this error code is not passed, or if something wrong doesn't happen, well, if we intend to continue with the code, really, we don't really need this trap anymore, so let's go ahead and turn it off. Simple as that, no big deal. So let's go ahead and see how this script runs. And let's go ahead and type in first.sh. Let's not pass anything to it. Press enter, no parameters. Okay. Touch, test, and test. Test removed. So we have successfully managed to remove the test. But let's go ahead and pass the file that does not exist. File test not found. So you see how these traps, they come quite in handy, and they trap the exit. They print it out onto the screen depending on what has occurred. So it can come in handy in terms of debugging. It can help you find what it is that you're looking for in the code. It can help you find the error. Basically trap the exit code and see what goes on. Anyway, debug signal causes the trap code to be executed after every statement in this particular script. So let's go ahead and take a look at it, as we no longer need this one. So delete. So you'll see how the signal causes the trap code to be executed after every statement in the script. So if I really don't feel like rewriting this. If we type this like in this fashion, and trap executes this command after each statement. Okay. Let's go ahead and see how that actually works. Now we have echo again down below. And we shall have some sort of a let, just for the sake of it. And finally, at the end, let's go ahead and echo out so that our script at least has some sort of meaning, aside from just being a demonstrative example. So first of all, as I stated, trap executes this command after each statement. Then down below, we simply stated that the variable a has the value of 3, and line is equal to the line number, which means 5. Then we shall echo out that the variable a has been initialized to the value of 3 on this particular line. So $line. And then down below, we shall state that let a equal a times 2. That's what this stands for. We have done this before. And once again, we shall specify the line number there. So we shall reinitialize the variable line down below. Below this, we will again echo out that the variable a multiplied by 2 on line, and then we will print out the line number. Okay, so let's see how this actually works and what happens here. How is this different? Okay, so it says listing variables. That is our trap. So listing variables, a equals nothing. Listing variables, a equals 3. Listing variables, a equals 3 again. $sign a initialized to 3 on line 5. This is actually printed out. And then again, you have listing variables, listing variables, listing variables. So this is something that this is a command that pretty much will execute after each statement is made. It can be convenient in certain situations, but it's really up to you. I don't believe that there's actually a very specific way of how you should handle certain things. You can, for example, use this to keep track of lines. You can say listing variables on line and then use the global line NO so that you know exactly which command has been executed on which line. And in such a way, you can actually get the line listings during the script's execution and have a better orientation in regard to the script that you have written here. So you can compare certain things and see what occurs in a better way. Anyway, just keep in mind that the debug signal is useful in scripts that are more complex than this one. This is obviously a very simplistic example, because it does let you see what is happening with variables and commands, so where there is a bug, it can be found in a far easier way. So you see how you would be able to actually print out the line number of every single command, of every single statement, while actually executing the script, which, right, can be very useful, because immediately you will be able to see, hey, I have a problem here. You'll practically see the whole script before you, listed out as it is being executed. Anyway, I'm gonna bid you farewell and conclude the debugging chapter here. And as always, the discussions are wide open to you. Bid you farewell.